Hello everyone, welcome to another market review where I'll be giving my thoughts on Bitcoin, the markets in general. We'll also talk about Ripple since that one's looking interesting in my opinion, but later, that's for later, okay? First, we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin. So let's get straight into the charts, starting off on the weekly, right? The same range we've been watching with this mid-range, right? Just this pivotal area. That was first support here on the sweep of these lows, then turned into resistance again, and now smashed above, okay, closed. And since then, we've basically been chopping around in the upper half of this range, okay? We're still trading above that level. Now, is it going to hold or are we about to break below? Well, nobody knows, okay? But what we do know is that support is support until proven otherwise. So, in my opinion, down here, looking for longs is a better play than shorting into resistance, okay? Do you have to long? No. But if you want to short the market, I would wait for a clean break below these significant levels, okay? With that being said, we have been in an ugly range of chop, right? Price action has been difficult to trade for some. So if you don't know what you're doing, I would say just do something else. Let the market do its thing and come back when things are easier and things are cleaner, okay? There's no point in losing your capital right now in just choppy markets to have nothing left for when the cleaner and the easier price action returns, okay? With that being said, I am gonna give my thoughts here. So as you can see, I marked out last month's high, last month's low. So sorry. What I like doing in choppy market conditions like this is mark out key areas of liquidity. Okay, what I mean with that is key highs and lows on the higher time frame, and wait for those to get swept before you enter any trade. Okay, why? Because it's when the high time frame when there's low time frame chop, right, it's gonna be on when the high time frame liquidity gets swept that you're gonna get the cleanest reaction and the real reaction, okay? In between, local sweeps are just gonna result in a fade mostly until you sweep that real liquidity on the high time frame, okay? So that's why I marked out last month's high, last month's low, and we're gonna do the same on the weekly, okay? So mark out last week's high and last week's low, okay? So mark that out with a different color. Last week's high, last week's low, okay? Now, what do we see? Last month's low has been swept, last month's high has been unswept, and last week's high and low are both unswept, okay? Now, we can also see on the daily that we're trading close around this last month's low area, and that the initial sweep reaction was pretty good. We got a strong buyback, but as you can see, instantly faded and a slow bleed down again. So having that in mind and being this close to last week's low, I think we at least get one more sweep of these lows before we might get a decent reaction to the upside. Okay, so before we get some nice price action to the upside. With that being said, what's the first plan that I have for the coming week? Well, that is, if we go for the lows from here, sweep those lows and get a decent reaction, okay? Look for a long there, invalidation below the low, or you could keep it a little wider below here. As you know, these levels, okay, high time frame resistance now hopefully flipped into support. So we don't just blindly long the sweep, we long the sweep into a key level, into an area of interest, okay? So sweep those lows into this key area. There, I'd look for a long, okay? Trade it, where to? These equal highs here, last week's high, okay? and then we'll have to see. If we sweep these highs and reject, I'll cut it, get out probably. If we accept above last week's high, okay, then we can target up here, and then it's off to last month's highs, okay? So those are my long scenarios. If we don't get the sweep, right, you at least want to see a reclaim of this area before I would consider looking for longs towards last week's high first, okay? So if we reclaim this, then I'd look for a long, boom, targeting up here, exactly the same. If it sweeps and rejects, cut it, probably look for a short, okay, and target these lows. If we do scamp them from here, sweep the highs and reject, break back inside last week's range, okay, then that's a clean short back towards the lows, okay? Now, if we get downside and this closes ugly, so let's quickly remove all of these. All right. If we go for lows, right, but we close down here, ugly price action, especially on the daily. If we close the daily below here, well, then there's no way I'll be looking, I'll be staying in my longs. Then I'd rather wait for, okay, either the breakdown, right, and then we look to trade it back all the way towards here, then here, and potentially even our high time frame range low level, or we wait for the daily close back above last week's low, or ideally last month's low, okay? So if we go for these lows, I want to see a sweep and a close back above. If not, I'll just stay out, stay patient, and wait for the reclaim. All right, so those are some plans, low time frame, and yeah, to be honest, also high time frame for Bitcoin. Ripple, I'm in a long currently. Why? I really like the look of this, okay? So I did long last week as well, just a bounce play, okay, cut that in profit. Right this week, still same thoughts. It's been knocking onto this resistance for quite a while, and the low time frames get bought up every time we see a nuke, okay? What I really like about this about the look of this, okay, is how we got this low time frame range where we swept the lows and got a very good reaction, right? It's also outperforming Bitcoin. Solid reaction back towards the highs, okay? Clean low time frame range, range lows swept, range highs, as you can see, unswept. Gave me more confidence in this trade ID. If this would have swept the highs, then I would probably not take this, but the highs are unswept, so lots of liquidity resting above here. And yeah, as I said, lows have been swept, so the draw on liquidity is, in my opinion, to the upside. Could get a low time frame sweep of these lows, but I don't want to see us break up below here and below range low, which is why my stop is down there, okay? If we close the daily under these lows, I'll probably cut it and wait it out. And otherwise, I'm looking for these highs as a first target, and then the high up here, and probably squeeze it a little bit higher, okay? Invalidation is clean, and that's all we need, okay? So that's gonna be it for today. We'll probably live stream this week as well. If you want to get into my Discord group where I post a lot more, post my daily thoughts, okay? It's completely free. All I'm asking is trade on my ref link from Bybit. They're sponsoring me for making these videos, and all I'm asking in return is just use the link in the description, right? Make an account, deposit some money, and trade on there. And then we'll sort things out. Send me a DM on Discord, I'll get you added. You can also get Coin Market Manager completely for free, also by using the same link, and get up to $30,000 in bonuses, okay? So big thanks to Bybit. Leave a like, please, on the video. Subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.